college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robbins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Yellow Jackets offense comes onto the field first today. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. And there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now, with all the technology, how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Got it near midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Alabama's offense has its first opportunity of the day. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. And they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like, when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And here's the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll keep it himself. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that high for field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ballpark, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity.
And the quarterback hung up through and sacked at the 12.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finding an escape route. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield, it's Crispin. Got the quick pass. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Trying to get it in. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback keeps it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
They found a way to get him the rock, but he has stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Robbins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Really nice play. And when you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up in different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds his man down the middle. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 40. Slips through the line. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is just what they wanted. A quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. He wants to change this route. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every point. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
To throw, it's Crispin. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Here we go. He'll do it himself. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Crispin. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown time!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Pittsburgh. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
get set for the free kick after the safety. Finding open areas.
Returner is tackled down at the 36. And your Alabama Crimson Tide.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And off from the shotgun. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Crispin. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's talk about Alabama. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. He just lost track of where he was on the... Entire body past the line of scrimmage, illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Almost had the completion, just missed it. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Crispin. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scrambled.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big, fat no. They're trailing by 17 to UAB. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the move, it's Hart. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yards. Just because of the body blow effect.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the bunt and see what he can get. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And you toss the ball to your running back to get him on the edge and try to get some space, but my goodness, there wasn't any space. He broke one tackle, but still wasn't enough. More guys coming after him really fast. They got to give him a little bit more space to do some more damage.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
The Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. To the air, it's Crispin. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You're going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch. And right around the 30-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle and prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Makes a connection. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just... One big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. That time he took a big shot off of the RPO.
Now when you run these run-pass options, you want to take a little bit of time to stick it in that running back's belly, read the defense, get him to suck up, and I'm trying to make those big plays down the field. So I like the aggressive attack off the RPO. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
Might as well give it to him again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Knight. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. They're going to test the right side with this one. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Crispin. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another 1st down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Here's the handoff. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6.
Everybody's is getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. New Mexico is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to San Jose State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to throw, it's Knight. Got his man quickly. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Breaks into the open. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He'll step out of bounds at the 13, and that gives him a little bit more room.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. To the air, it's Crispin. Got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. To the air on first down. It's complete. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Looking for a man. It's Farmer. Rushes on him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's going to take off on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Yellow Jackets come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Oh, better look out. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, but he just decided to take off.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Farmer. Quick completion on the out route. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Right back to the well. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rubble it. In the wound. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Moffitt. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Back to pass, it's Farmer. Bring in the heat. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They boot it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Finds a little space.
Returner is tackled down at the 34. And your Alabama Crimson Tide.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.